Ah, finally. An antelope that has at least some evolutionary history to it. Hello, and welcome to episode 105 of the Planet Zoo Experience, and today we talk about the Nyala. Not to be confused with the mountain Nyala of Ethiopia, which is a completely different animal. The Nyala is a large antelope native to the nations of Malawi, Mozambique, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. Scientifically known as Tragelaphus angusi, meaning the deer goat of Angus, in this case Angus referring to George French Angus, who was a naturalist and neither French nor a hunk of beef. This antelope is also the most sexually dimorphic of all species, with both of these animals being the exact same animal. As stated, we finally have an antelope that has a history section. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that this group of animals kinda struggles. Despite being so goddamn abundant, we have absolutely no idea when, where, or even how most of them evolved. But while the broad strokes are still shaky, we have a little to go on. Namely, we generally understand that they evolved roughly 5-ish million years ago, and are the closest living relatives to the arguably more well-known kudu species, the lesser and greater kudu. Interestingly though, the Nyala might be the middle child of the three, as it seems that they are closer related to both kudu species than either of them are to one another. I said that in an understandable way. Unfortunately though, as they have more information than other antelopes, that doesn't mean we have a lot, so we're just gonna have to go straight into culture. Which also isn't great. Now, this doesn't mean that they aren't important to the cultures they're relevant in. As a matter of fact, the Nyala is a very transcultural influence. And the Zulu are the peoples that actually give us the best insight into the influence of said animal. The Nyala is usually seen as a symbol of elegance, quiet beauty, and fertility. It also is used as a symbol for the KwaZulu-Natal province. Interesting fact about the KZN is that this is where the current king of the Zulus resides. And yes, the Zulus still have a decent bit of autonomy and still have a king. A king that, last year, actually challenged an alleged cultural expert of the Zulu to a traditional form of trial by combat. This is a fancy way to say that King Misa Zulu Kazwalatini challenged Professor Musa Zulu to beat the ever-loving shit out of each other with sticks in the name of their honor, for having a bit of a disrespectful tone toward the king. Very based. Now, the name Nyala actually comes from a lot of different peoples. Pretty much all the languages of Bantu, Songa, Venda, and Zulu have some similar name to this animal, that it has some similarity between the naming schemes, and usually, not only do they sound alike, they tend to refer to the animal being shy or elusive or mysterious. Which, I'll tell you what, many a hunter had found, whether using the most primitive of spear to the most advanced rifle and technology of the day. Now, while it's always difficult to pin down prey animals from squirrels to moose, the Nyala seems to stand out as a particularly difficult animal to find. This comes from the creature's obviously keen senses, but also its proclivity to live in dense brushland near water, as you can see from the exhibit. Thankfully, for once, their elusiveness isn't from a lack of population, as they are thriving. As a matter of fact, 80% of their population is protected in national parks, including the famous Kruger National Park of South Africa. And unfortunately, that's all we've really got for today. If you would like to add anything, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Unfortunately, I was not very successful in finding too much information about the animal, so I would love to learn more if you know more. But if you generally just enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do for a YouTube video. Alright, and until next time, go outside, touch grass, drink water, hug your loved ones. Bye-bye.